Hey Kpopcast listeners, a quick PSA that we're looking for more people to join the Kpopcast team. If you're looking to help us get episodes like this one out faster and a bit more frequently, just let us know. You can get in touch with us at the Kpopcast on Twitter, or you can shoot us an email at kpopcastshow@gmail.com.
This is the Kpopcast. I'm your K-pop host, calling in from the West Coast, and we have a full house today. First, we've got our lovely PD님, Michaela.
Yes, hello everybody.
And, as always, our East Coast producer, Ariana.
Hello.
Today, we'll be talking about Ateez, Say My Name.
Letting you know if this song is Daebak or not.
But before we dive into that, first, our hit replays. Yeah.
Hit replays are songs we recommend y'all listen to on repeat or replay for the week. So, Michaela, let's start with you. What's your hit replay?
Okay, so my hit replay this week is the YoungWoo group 체리블렛 with Q&A. So they're FNC's new girl group. I know one of the members was from Produce 48, but this song that they debuted with is called Q&A, and it's basically like the Q&A that you have with the person that you really like somebody that what's your name? How old are you? Or in Korea, like, what's your blood type? What's your ideal type?
Blood
Stuff like
type.
that. Yeah, and so the whole concept of the video is sort of like them playing this Q&A like they're leveling up in like a video game. So you see all these cool video game visuals and all of the members sort of expressing different kind of games, like a first-person shooter or like a robot game and stuff like that.
Ooh.
And so I guess in this case, the prize at the end of the game is love. So definitely go check it out.
Their vocals are strong as hell. I was like, oh, this isn't as aegyo as I thought it would be.
Yeah,
this is
no.
just like legitimately very good singing. Still not my type of song, but I think I can see where that this is definitely your kind of group.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, I wish them the best because, they do have a member from Produce, and a lot of the Produce groups haven't been doing that well. So I'm really rooting for them this time.
Nice.
So Ariana, what's your hit replay for this week?
I'm going to bring us down a little bit because this is a very sad song.
Hit us.
I had to go with YoungGuk's HIKIKOMORI. It's his first release since his departure from TS Entertainment and so sadly BAP. And I think it's going to be one of his later releases before he goes into the army. I would say I really like it. It starts off very relaxed, very hip-hop emo song. And then
As he's one to do.
Yeah, as he's one to do. And at first I was like, okay, this song's kind of boring. But then it moves into this haunting, aggressive exploration of anxiety and the desire to be reclusive. Hikikomori literally means I want to be by a complete shut-in.
Yeah, it's a Japanese word, right?
Yeah.
Right,
exactly.
or rather it's
Japanese
a type of person. I've seen some news reports or documentary about the trend of the hikikomori these men who just live at home
shut
on their
themselves
own
in
shut-ins.
and order.
Yeah. Kind of sad.
Yeah. And so he's struggling with depression and he's like, please leave me alone. If you love me, leave me alone. I need my space. He's saying it to his fans. He's saying it to his love in the song. It's a lot to say, but it's really the section near the end where you just hear the song breaks and you hear the sounds of a panic attack start and then just screaming. Whoa. And then he goes into this really fast, dark rap and throughout it you hear screams. And it reminds me so much of Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, right,
Yes. I was like, oh my God, this is such a strong statement to have right before, right at the end of you being with this big company, leaving a big group. It's a really great song.
매우 죽어가는 날 비추는 시간과 정신의 방 살다 보니 뭐가 진짜 나인지 몰라 그냥 토해 오지는 삶 가면 벗고 춤을 춰 벌거벗고 두 눈을 뜨면 애 빌어먹을 안독하면 세상 돌아가는 꼬리개를 질투가 나니까 단정 짓지만 니들이 역제로 숨을 쉬는 나의 기분 알아 아무리 처먹고 마셔대도 전부 슬픔에 집에 드는 이런 기분 알아 이 새끼도 신세한테 나지 왜 이건 내 얘기니까 씹을 거리 없니 됐단 말은 말자 If you love me 날 내버려둘 수 없네 You make a fool out of me 또 멍한 채 방 안에 숨어 It's like 히키코모리 히키코모리 머릿속에 텅빈 넌 히키코모리 슬프게 맘이 마음속에 텅빈 넌
Sad as all hell.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh.
I hope you can bring us up, Stephanie. Please have something
I
happier
will
than that.
try my best. Thankfully, I do not have a sad song. I have one that's kind of fun. It is Junoflo, Autopilot, featuring Boa.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I haven't heard this yet.
Oh, really?
It is so much fun. The song is called Autopilot. It takes place on a plane where Junoflo just gets into zany antics with other passengers on the plane and like walking through the aisles and bothering people, and it's super cute. I'm honestly really excited for his career to finally take off. He's been in the game for a while, featuring on other people's songs, but now that he's under the wing of Tiger JK and Tasha, the king and queen of Korean hip hop, it's like nowhere but up for him now.
I just can't wait to see what this year brings up.
I've been up, I've been down, 어딘지 모른다 돌아 정신 없이 때론 down. I think I finally found my way to you. I think I finally found my, yeah. I've been up, I've been down, 어딘지 모른다 돌아 정신 없이 때론 down. I think I finally found my way to you. I think I finally found my way to you. Oh, yeah.
Well, moving on to our Daebak or not for Say My Name, Say My Name.
Oh, no.
Oh, not that?
Is that not it?
No, that's...
Oh. Is it? Oh, yeah, right. It's Ateez. It's not
Say my
Destiny's
name,
Child.
say my
Although,
name. Sorry, I had to just like go lower.
Say my name, say my name.
Alright.
Yeah, completely different song, but they do say my name twice in the chorus. Like,
Anyway.
Say my name, say my name, say my name. Say my name, say my name, say my name.
나를 불러줘, 나를 불러줘. 내 손을 잡아봐, 내 눈을 바라봐.
내 이름은 나의 구도자. 내 이름은 나의 구도자.
너에게만 I can give you everything. 이제 새로 태어난 my mind.
yeah, I think before we even get into the Daebak or not part,
Yeah.
this is a new group, guys.
Yeah.
Like, this is brand new. Like, they just debuted very recently. Their very first debut, I mean their official debut, because they've been around for a little bit, but their
Yeah.
official debut was only October 24th of last
I could
year.
not believe that.
I know,
I was like looking for
know.
older stuff. It's like, nope.
Yeah.
Brand
Nope,
new
that's
babies.
It. That's it. So we actually we reached out to a really awesome guy on our Bay Area Facebook page, or Bay Area K-pop Facebook page, and he sent in this amazing recording. His name is Rico Wunta. He sent in this amazing recording that was so detailed. I wish we could have used all of it, but like it would be the entire episode.
Thank you, Rico.
But I wanted to get, thank you, Rico. It was really, really helpful because there's a lot I didn't know. And so it was able to like point me to the right things to look up. So we actually kind of already knew this group as KQ Fellas.
Yes.
If you guys remember.
Yes.
Yeah. So KQ Fellas, they are, KQ is Block B's company.
Yeah, it's like the parent
which
company.
makes so much sense. When you see the group, you're like, oh, yeah, I get it.
Not surprised.
And they went viral as just the dance team. They were just doing dance covers of different songs, which the most famous is the Pick It Up, Pick It Up, Pick It Up song.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move.
And I remember them. My boyfriend sent them to me and I thought they were awesome. So that's how they kind of broke out.
They went viral.
Before they even
those videos have millions of views.
For like a brand new group, and especially for just a dance cover. I've seen videos of them like doing like dances around the world. Like they do different things in different places. It's really cool. And then if you didn't know them from that, all 8 members actually auditioned for Mix 9. And 4 of them made it on the ill-fated Mix 9. So sad. Yeah. And 4 of them actually made it on to compete. There was Hongjoong, Mingi, the 2 rappers, Wooyoung, and Jungho. Yeah. All 4 of them were competing on the show. None of them placed in the final group, which is probably for the best. But I think that probably also just hyped up their debut just even more. You know, there was KQ Fellas plus this. It just really gave them a really strong place to go.
Lots of exposure.
Well, and Michaela, when we were talking about this, you were talking about like Mnet, and they had like a show going on, right?
Yeah. So Mnet has done a few sort of reality shows where they like follow them while they were traveling. And working on different projects and things like that. So they have support of like Mnet and CJNM.
Yeah.
So
what more do you need? That's like the biggest media company in all of Korea.
Kind of going back to BTS, not really comparing them, but their first years, like in 2014, 2013, Mnet and CJNM gave them 2 reality shows, and they opened KCON that year. So having the support of such a big company is really important for building your international fan base and sort of supporting you like as you grow from a new group to, you know, an established group like BTS.
It helps to be under the company that they're on because these are younger people who've already gone through it, so that they like are in a way they're set for success there. They're seeing the trends and they're able to follow those trends because they're a newer company as well. Yeah. I think it's cool because we talked about their debut just happened. They had Pirate King, which is the one everybody knows.
So cool.
Because of the name.
Love it.
I was actually completely averse to I would refuse to like this group because I was like, they were dressed as pirates, so I don't like it.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, this is ridiculous. And then I saw the song Treasure and I was like, ooh, this song is pretty great. So I was kind of like, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this group when they first came out. Obviously, I'm completely sold now because I started learning their names. That's always how I know I like them. So they have 8 members.
For now. There might be another 9th member because in one of their reality shows, they introduced this like really like I think he was born in like 2002 little baby trainee, baby KQ fella, and he didn't end up debuting with them, but there
baby
might be
trainee. You need to wait. You can't just like hop on.
Slow down.
There could be a possibility he comes on later. I don't know. That's just my prediction, but
yeah, I was gonna say though, like I was like, oh my god, they're an older debut group, 18 to 20. Yay, I can like them. So if they put that 16-year-old in there, that just messes everything up. That's a huge part of this. This is like 18 is the youngest member. That's pretty like a little bit older for.
We can work with that.
I feel a little bit better. Yeah, I can at least like I can look.
Yeah,
it's no TXT, NCT Dream.
Oh my god.
NCT Dream is the hardest because I'm like, you're doing this on purpose. Like I can't even watch those videos. Obviously the main person I want to talk about is Hongjoong, the leader. Ugh, beautiful man. He's not only the leader, but he's the main composer of the group.
Ooh, composer.
Him and Mingi also produce and write for them, and a lot of them I think write for the group in general. It's so funny because in his Mix 9 profile, he was like, oh, my role models are G-Dragon and Zico.
Of course.
I can see that.
You look like both of them.
Got the G-Dragon mullet and
the mullet.
I always am like, nobody else can do a mullet better than this person, and then they do it, and I legitimately can't imagine him without a mullet now.
Yeah,
we're going to get more into the mullet later on. It's a big part of the show.
I also did want to point out there's 2 big hit trainees in this group. We've got Wooyoung and Yeosang. Is that how you say it? Yeah, they're both big hit trainees. Wooyoung is basically dressed like Jimin. So if you wondered,
I thought there was a Jimin in the video. I was like,
he has that like off the shoulder thing that happens with his fur coat.
Oh yeah,
that I like. Yeah.
You know.
Then I did want to point out before we get into like the actual development of the visuals and all the things, we have to talk about the fact that they just released the Billboard World Charts.
Whoa.
They're number 5.
Yeah.
In the world.
In the world. Like, it goes BTS, EXO, and then
a
Ateez.
rookie group.
This is huge.
Yeah, how about that?
Their second release. So I think that this
not
is
even a
good background. Yeah, not there are a few
no
months
pressure.
old. I just think that this is amazing, like getting into this little baby group that aren't even fully babies. Like, it's really great to see.
All right. Can we talk about the video?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to kick it off by just talking briefly about the beautiful visuals of this music video. And I'm not just talking about the boys, but I got to start with them. So the first cut of the video, we see Captain Mullet, Hong-jung, stepping slowly through an army of hooded figures in what looks to be like an abandoned museum or maybe a place of worship. I'm not sure what that building is. Does anyone know where it's filmed?
Somebody made the comment that it looked like a museum.
A museum.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean? With nothing on the walls.
That makes sense. Yeah. And so the entrance is really cool and mysterious because he's walking through this crowd of hooded figures with their heads down. He's carrying a trumpet that I think has the Ateez flag on it. It's kind of tattered and the camera zooms in on it and you're like, oh man, what's going down? What is this? And then so throughout the video we jump from this museum setting to other kind of abandoned, washed out places. There's a house where everything's covered in plastic. There's what looks to be a dark like interrogation room that's just like cement and kind of electronic feel, a boiler room maybe. And what's happening there is you see some of the boys sitting at a table across from really dark dressed covered figures. It's probably representing the dark version of themselves, the alter ego.
I saw a comment that it looked like they were at a prison looking like somebody was in prison.
Definitely.
And the other person was coming to visit them.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh, that makes it just way deeper. I'm getting chills, you guys. Oh man. And then a really memorable scene is when one of the members is walking around the abandoned museum and there's one of the members of the group is on display in a glass case. Like he's a work of art in the museum. And you never see that. And
that's Yeosang.
It's Yeosang in the glass on display because he's so beautiful. Don't break him.
And but covered in fog.
Yeah, it's hard to tell who it is. Ooh, ghosts.
I literally was like, I hope he was like coughing through that whole thing.
Oh yeah, it must have been hard to film.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, I thought that was a really cool set. Like and you would always see it.
Think.
You would either see it really close up or you'd see it far away, and you didn't realize like when you'd see it close up how much was actually going on in the room around it.
Yes, totally. No, this is a video. Just suffice to say, this is one that you need to watch multiple times to just see all of the details, all of the different sets, and frankly to admire all of the pea coats and flowy,
oh my God,
just the fashion that the boys are dressed in. The fashion is gorgeous, and just in the very first part of the choreo, it looks almost like they're doing a fashion runway show, showing off each person's outfit. Yeah, and I'm all for it.
That's the other thing that sets them apart is like they're rookies, but their fashion is on point. A lot of rookies start off with like crazy outfits.
Don't need the fashion
Mingy's wearing that. Yeah, Mingy's wearing that leather duster coat, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, like it's crazy to me how much I was just entranced by the fashion, and for a rookie group to have that level of high fashion, damn. I wanted to, because Peter couldn't join us for the actual recording of this. Sad. I wanted to give a quick note that he gave, which I actually thought was really interesting, talking about the promotion of this along with the visuals and everything like that. He said, with the exception of maybe Cube or YG, all labels of course try their best to make a big splash or debut for comebacks. Wow, he threw some shade at YG. He said, but the label behind Ateez came to win.
Definitely.
Yes.
And he talks about the fact that they have translated English sub videos for their MVs and promotional videos. So all of them had subs. And it took a couple of days, I think, for the video, but it's like amazing that they went back and thought about the Western fans needing the English subs. Like that came on right away. He said they even had subs for a reaction video of them reacting to themselves.
Yeah, that was crazy. I watched that they had. Usually it's like, oh, the fans will do that, because especially for reaction videos and things like that.
Yeah, I actually, research for this, I went looking for some reaction videos, and I was like, wait, they reacted to their own video, and that was the top result. I was like, dang, these guys, they know how to use YouTube.
BTS does that too.
Yeah,
BTS does that too. I've seen other people do it, but this was the first time where I was like, oh, they have the subs there.
Yeah.
Like, Nobody ever puts the subs. You have to wait until somebody else translates it later.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about this more later, but as someone who works at YouTube,
yes,
I wanted to say that I'm really impressed. They covered all their bases here. They not only put the subs on looking for international fan recognition, they did those promo videos, and then they did away 5 different dance videos. Like, I'm going to go into more and more detail about that, but it's just so impressive. The label is on point, and they do their research about how to succeed online and on YouTube specifically.
Yeah. Well, and Peter had a very quick question for us on that. He said, coming from a straight dude, are they handsome? And who's the handsomest?
Are they handsome?
Yes, they're very handsome. Yes. I don't know what it is, but Hongjoong really does it for me. The minute I saw his face, like, I think the visual is Seonghwa.
Seonghwa, yeah.
All of them are visual.
He's blonde
like,
in this one, and it looks amazing on him.
The blonde always helps. I knew it was going to be a big question for him, so I thought it was important that we get into that before we start talking about deep video conversation. Because I did actually look a little bit into theory on this one. So they had a making of the video come out like a couple days after, and Hongjoong said that this is actually the prequel to Pirate King. So this is before they become the Pirate Kings. So I think that that's a really interesting. It kind of like blew up every theory that everybody had.
You think he's just trying to mess with us?
Maybe. I mean,
maybe.
Keep us coming
back. How does it make sense?
He did a good job. Yeah. No. Well, and I think the thing that I thought was really cute is one of the other members was like, "Stop talking about it. Everybody else needs to come up with their theories on their own." And I thought that was a really smart move, because that's what they do with BTS. They don't tell us anything, and they created an entire universe around this. I do think that things that we know for sure in this is that it's a story of how they came together as a group, because they're all separate in different rooms, and they all end up coming together. There's a scene where they're like at tables doing coding work, and and then eventually they come together. And as far as I can understand, I think they transition into the people in the black. Those are the people that they become in a way. They become the bandits. That makes
sense. At the very end of the video, you see a cut of them in their normal clothes, the P-cuts, and then it cuts to them in the black, kind of like male version of formation. Yeah. And maybe this was like the black bandit outfits are basically what they look like when they go and pirate people. I guess. Probably.
Is pirate a verb? Yeah. I think it's nice that they leave it up to the interpretation. I think that these are probably the most I can get from the video.
Yeah.
I kind of like it that way. I'm assuming whatever video comes out next will probably still be in the same world. So we'll maybe get more out of it. And just with the song itself, the lyrics are basically an anthem to say who they are, and that it's the biggest part of this is say my name and I'll be there. That's basically what they're saying. Okay. We're there, we're coming there. And I think it could be both, like, for the members of the band, like, together, call my name and I'll be there, but they're also telling their fans, my name is A to the Z. Like, we are Ateez. Call us and we're there.
This would be a good debut.
We're gonna
watch out.
Like, with that kind of message.
Yeah. And then they talk about taking the treasure together. So they're harking back to another one of their songs. They're gonna take that gold with each other. We're gonna all get that gold together.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, that's basically, it's pretty straightforward. I think it's a great way to start a career, is to have an anthem.
Yeah.
But obviously we've talked about the best part of the entire thing, which is the choreo. The choreo is the best part of the entire thing.
It is my distinct honor to introduce the choreo of Ateez Say My Name.
Please,
and just to go back for a minute to how the label and how the boys have like really deftly, skillfully used YouTube. Just to zoom in on the choreo and the dance part, they released not only the like dance practice version, which we usually see from other K-pop groups, where they're dancing in like a studio on the hardwood floor. We see that in the mirror, and we also see the boys teaching a tutorial.
Yes.
There's actually, the boys themselves are teaching you how to do the dance. How can they do that? Because they are professional dancers themselves. I really liked the tutorial video and encourage you all to check it out, because you can see their personality come through there. It's really endearing. They're really silly, but they're also professional and sharp and sophisticated with how they teach it. It makes me want to go learn.
Go try the card push dance for yourself.
If I do learn, I'm going to be able to participate in the hashtag Say My Name Dance Challenge. Yes.
Like already a dance challenge. That's crazy.
Already a dance challenge. Move over idol challenge. Say My Name challenge is here to stay.
And it's not the Destiny's Child.
No.
Making sure.
No.
Hashtag Say My Name challenge. Hashtag cart push dance. Hashtag lofty person riding a horse.
Exactly. And then there's also a video called like the In and Out dance.
Yes.
I don't know if you
I love
saw that
those.
one where they really focus on showing the choreo, and it's a vertically filmed video. That's a new one.
A lot of bands have been doing them. I watched that one and the Astro one back to back, and they're so much fun.
Oh my God, so good.
Designed for the small screen.
Yes. And so what's actually going on in the choreo? It's just crazy, y'all. It would take years to learn this because every move is different. They hardly repeat anything. I would say it's characterized by a lot of sharp angles followed by aggressive, macho, chest out strides, confidently moving across the floor. There's even complicated footwork where they like jump up and kick out, and this would be a workout for sure. Like you really can see how skilled they are in especially the hip hop genre. And I encourage everyone to go check out the hip hop covers that they did when they were, was it KQ Fellas?
Yeah.
So
KQ
awesome.
Fellas.
They just have so much swag, y'all.
Yeah.
And the choreo itself really rides the lyrics. If you see the translation of the lyrics and then see what they're doing, it matches completely with the speed at which they say the words and with the words themselves. One of my favorite parts is the 나를 불러줘, 나를 불러줘.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the 눈을 바라봐, the 눈을 바라봐.
Yes.
That one, they're doing kind of a soca chicken legs dance with their
Yeah.
legs, and then with their hands, they hold out their hands so that you can grab their hand and then like look at their eyes, like which is what the lyrics are telling you to do. It's just so genius, so catchy.
I can't not say that 나를 불러줘 without like doing the like.
나를 불러줘.
나를
All doing
불러줘,
that.
나를 불러줘. Yeah.
But I can't forget.
It's so great.
Michaela, do you want to introduce the iconic move in the choreo?
It's the iconic move.
How would you describe this?
Yeah, for me, it's like either the cart push dance or like this lofty
Riding a
horse
horse.
rider just prancing around.
Yeah, or like low riding in a car.
I thought of low riding in a car first, but that comes from being like an Oakland kid. And now a New York kid. When I was listening to Rico's recording, he was like, oh, this is the main dancer. This is lead dancer. I was like, aren't they all
They're all lead dancers.
Yeah.
Like all of them dance like main dancers. Like I love, when you're talking about like BTS, it's like, okay, they're all amazing dancers, but we have the joke that like RM and Jin are bad.
Yeah.
The two wings. They dance on the side.
Yeah, gotten better.
You don't really.
But
Let's say your eyes are not drawn to them as much as.
I will say they've gotten significantly better.
Practice makes
but
perfect.
Practice does make perfect. But in this one, I could not tell you. Like, especially when they're doing KQ Fellas and they cover their faces, I have no idea who is who, and they all look great.
You know what's so funny is you watch the KQ Fellas videos and the comments on YouTube are like, I like the one in the black. The one in the black is a really good. And they're all in black. There's like 10 comments saying that. It's like, okay, we get the joke.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yep. No, we got it. We got it. If we're gonna remember anything from this entire comeback, this choreo is so good.
It is the shopping cart specifically.
The shopping cart, very specifically.
You can imagine them dressed up as like suburban moms, like shopping for groceries on the phone.
That's an amazing visual right
the suburban moms of rookie groups.
Yes, exactly. And I think we can all agree this choreo, especially for a rookie group, just like raises the bar so much. I mean, even like taking on BTS, like this is just straight up dark hip hop,
it's memorable,
sharp, really memorable stuff.
When we're talking about like comparing groups, like it's not about being like, oh, they're the same. It's just about saying like, where were these other groups when they like,
started
debuted, right?
Yeah.
What were they doing?
How far have they come?
Where did they start? They're not making the same music. They're not doing the same things, but looking at like, wow, like let's look at other groups that debuted this year. Do you like? I don't remember most rookie groups choreo. I would probably say Stray Kids is an outlier. Yeah, Stray Kids is an outlier, right? We don't typically. I think one of the few bands since I've gotten into K-pop that I was like, I'm gonna remember this choreo forever was NCT U's Seventh Sense.
Yeah.
Like that was everything.
was
This
legit.
to me is also, this is a
is up there,
moment,
yeah.
especially for choreo, because I could not tell you who was the lead dancer in that group at all.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, who
Yeah.
was doing the shopping cart? I'll just pick them
Yeah.
on a whim.
They're the lead.
And I think it was Mingi. So
Yeah,
we'll
Mingi, yeah.
just go with him.
He's also very tall and very,
Very tall.
dark and handsome.
Deep
so.
voice.
Yes,
that's
he's
a
deep
Pacific
voice. Of course.
Yeah.
Of
as a
course.
Pacific.
Tall, dark,
The
handsome,
say my
and
name,
deep
say my
voice.
name.
And
I'm sure
talking
he has a few fans.
Yeah, and talking about voice, can we move on to the music?
Yes,
Because
please.
I've got
that's
a lot of
part.
things that I kind of want to say.
Take us there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, the song was created in collaboration with R&B singer-songwriter Eden, with other producers Buddy and Lee's, and of course members Mingi and Hongju.
Yes. Yeah.
Showing
Love
that
self-producing.
fourth gen, third gen, like these members
Mm-hmm.
actually helped produce the songs. And so basically my initial thoughts with this song was the soundscape really evolves and changes from beginning to end. And obviously like
Mm-hmm.
the cookie cutter thing in K-pop is, we hear that all the time. You know, a song
Mm-hmm.
that goes from EDM to like an awesome like R&B riff to the next.
Yes.
But for this song, it almost seems to evolve impressionistically, and that sort of means that the music is telling a story. It's not just changing to change up for the vibe of the song. It's changing because it's trying to get across a message.
Yeah, at first I thought it was gonna be like, it started off, I was like, oh, is this gonna be like a Spanish inspired
Yeah.
song? Like I was like, is that where we're going?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh nope, never mind.
The acoustic guitar
Yeah.
and like the flute sample
Yeah.
really give it that like Latin pop inspired vibe. And then honestly, when I saw it, like I thought the same thing. I was like, oh no, this is just going to be another one of those.
Oh no, not again.
I was like, they're gonna follow a trend
Yeah.
like you would do if you're a rookie group,
Yeah.
you know? Like
But no, it's just so much cooler. The beginning, that part where it's like very serene almost. So it's got that acoustic guitar, that flute that we
acoustic
mentioned.
guitar, right? That's one of my
And
favorite
it kind
parts.
of gives this vibe of like something that's very peaceful. And then
Oh, little do they know.
yeah, so basically it's like the beginning of what I call like the bridge or the pre-chorus. That's where you start hearing all of the conflict, the horns, like the really dark horn synths.
Was
and-
it just me, or was the pre-chorus kind of long?
Yeah.
For this? So they
Yeah.
had a long build-up where I'm like, "Where's the drop? Where's the drop? Give it to me!"
yeah, I, like what we opened up for comments on this song on our Twitter, and Jason Fox or at Lost Boy CZ
Yeah.
said the precipice of the drop runs into the pre-chorus, then the drop hits at the chorus. Interesting choice.
Yeah, and really it's this sirens come in, the dark synths come in, and then you have
Sirens.
this like minor second like da 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 Jaws synth,
Getting
kind of like
major Monster X vibes.
yeah, it builds the tension.
Yeah.
높은 곳으로 함께라면 no down 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 손을 들어라 소리 질러라 터질 듯한 시작을 위해 저기 저 달빛이 부를 때 세상을 덮친 듯한 눈에 우리 손을 잡고 날아가
And then you get that drop when the chorus happens.
I also want to point out Peter had put in his notes, it's an unusual voice leading the chorus.
Yeah.
And that's true. Like we don't often get those deep rapper voices.
Yeah.
And he said it reminds me of early Monsta X
Yep.
and BTS.
Yes.
Which kind of makes
Exactly.
sense.
Definitely.
It reminded me a little bit of late Big Bang
Oh,
when they used TOP, you know?
right.
Yeah. Or even late Block B. Like especially like the Nalili
Oh, yeah.
Mambo era.
Oh,
Definitely.
yeah. Nalali Mambo.
One of the guys who messaged us was Matt Farnsworth or at Worthy Maddie.
Yes.
Said, I like the concept, I like the choreo, but the song itself isn't Daebak to me. It sounds like a rejected Imagine Dragons track. And when I saw this, my response
Rude.
was, I need to start listening to Imagine Dragons apparently, because
Yeah, if they sound like this.
I did not know that. Yeah, if they sound like this, I need to start listening.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah, I can see the comparison, but they're so different. Just
Yeah.
in that it's like heavy
Yeah.
bass and anthemic guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's about it.
An EDM,
Yeah, EDM combined.
inspiration.
Specifically, you hear that a lot in the hook, like the whoa song, where it's like
Yeah.
that chanting anthemic sound. You hear that a lot in Imagine Dragons songs, so that's where that really comes in.
I don't know. It's hard to say for me because we luckily, like in this situation, we've been a week since this song came out, and I would say it's almost impossible to get out of my
Definitely.
head. I almost always have
It's
it
in
in
my
my
head
head.
right now.
So, yeah. Say my name, say my name.
Not it, Philip Joe.
Yeah. That's the thing is like, there's something, even if it's like not always even my, like, I wouldn't say like, I'd be like, this is, if I was going to put a perfect song together, this would be
Yeah.
it. But it's like an earworm.
Definitely. The one thing I would change is they have that a cappella second where it's like
yes.
of the backing track gets stripped away and you hear like the voices, like the vocalists come in on the bridge and it's just like the piano and the vocalist and it all cuts out and it's just like the distorted, like I think it's probably Mingi, distorted vocal of just like the
Of course,
chorus of
yes.
Say My Name. And then everything comes back in at the end and it's the chorus and then
It's like the hardest EDM it's been the whole time.
Yeah, and for me, I would like
no.
make that section just like a little bit longer because I feel like it gives so much breath to the song and it makes that drop just so much stronger.
We've been recording for a long
Yeah.
time, so I think we really do.
It's about that time, guys.
We got a
We
lot
gotta
to
do
say.
it. Yeah, it's
a lot
about that
of thoughts.
time. It's about that time. So it's time to give our final scores. Let's start with the concept, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. Michaela, how would you rate the concept?
3. I mean, it's not
Okay.
as like we've probably seen stuff like this before, but they do it
Yeah.
really well.
I had a really good time with this, and I'm going to go watch it right after.
Again?
Again, yes. Concept is a 3.5 for me. Really solid.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 3.7 because I actually, this is one of those ones where like I do like watching the performances more because the choreo is insanely good, but I actually like this video. I like watching it. It's, you know, it makes a huge difference when you actually, I mean, they're
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yep.
Let's just say I like
Hands down.
the concept for me is being beautiful. Let's go on to the audio. Steph.
I really like the audio as well. Solid 3.5 for me. Like,
Okay.
not many songs get stuck in my head. And not many songs have me running down the YouTube rabbit hole to go watch reactions and see how other people
Yeah,
reacted to the
Yeah.
drop and stuff. So, love it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm actually, again, going to go higher. I'm going to give this a 4.
Ooh.
They really
okay.
changed my mind about them, and I love this song. I was really surprised. It's never not in my head.
3.5 as well for me.
Okay.
It's definitely an earworm, and it's not just because I listened to it 1,000 times for this episode. Yeah, it's definitely going to be on my playlist for the rest of the year.
All right.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So that's about it. The answer is obvious, but we've got to do our namesake of the show. After all of that, is Ateez Say My Name?
Daybok or not?
Daybok.
And a Daybok for me as well.
Dayboks all around. You
And-
get a
and-
Daybok.
and-
You get a Daybok. You get a Daybok.
We also got a Daybok from
Oh,
Peter.
of course. Yes.
Peter was soups into this. Yeah. I was actually surprised at how much he loved it, but he
Yeah.
seemed to be super into
Yeah.
it.
So if
Yeah.
you gave it a Daybok, you know it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Awesome. So, moving on to listener feedback, one of our favorite parts. You can always chat with us on Twitter at the Kpopcast.
Or shoot us an email with your constructive feedback and episode ideas at kpopcastshow
No
at
hatery.
gmail.com.
We reached out to our followers on Twitter and asked what they thought of Say My Name.
First, we got a comment from at Ateez_present. And
I think they
I
like them.
wonder. I wonder what they're gonna say. So this person says the album is just amazing. There's a lot to digest. Interesting synth from Desire, the R&B feel of Light, a little reggae from Promise, Hala Hala, and Say My Name are the mix of everything. Choreo was complex. Vocals and rap line had notable vocal timbers, and visuals are ethereal.
Man.
Cry.
I would
emoji.
highly recommend. Yeah, I I would highly recommend listening to the whole album because I did it at work and I was dancing at my desk. It was great.
Yes, I will.
Okay, so listener at Wiki K-pop, she said, the song itself isn't an instant love for me, but HALA is day to the back.
Day to the back.
Day to the back.
Day to the back.
Indeed.
Amazing.
At Starchild Austin said, honestly, the whole thing was my favorite. It was really strong for the second project from a rookie group, in my opinion, and I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
The K-pop cast is produced by Peter Lowe, Stephanie Parker, and Ariana Khan. Edited by Peter Lowe and Michaela J. Ramen Man runs our Instagram.
Signing off, let our listeners know where they can find you online.
You can find me at Michaela J K-pop on Twitter.
And you can find me at Ariana_Y_Khan on Twitter.
And I'm on Twitter at SParker2.
Okay, guys, so don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share online.
Good night,
See you
everyone.
next time.
Good night.
Say my name.
Say my name.
Say my name.
When no one is around you.